I had never imagined myself flying in business class. It was one of those distant dreams, like owning a mansion in Beverly Hills or having dinner with a celebrity. But fate, in its mysterious ways, had other plans. It all started when I won a giveaway from an airline I had never heard of before. Aurora Skies Airways. Their email landed in my inbox one ordinary morning, sandwiched between a bill reminder and a spam message claiming I had inherited a fortune. Congratulations! You've won a business class ticket on Aurora Skies Airways, the world's best airline. At first, I thought it was a scam. Who gives away business class tickets? And what even was Aurora Skies Airways? But after checking their website and confirming with customer service, I realized this was real. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Before I knew it, I was booked for a flight from New York to Dubai, a city I had always wanted to visit. The countdown to luxury had begun. On the day of my flight, I arrived at JFK Airport, expecting a regular check-in experience. But from the moment I stepped into the terminal, I felt like a VIP. A dedicated concierge greeted me by name and escorted me to an exclusive check-in lounge. No waiting in line, no rushed baggage drop-off, just effortless service with a warm smile. "Would you like a glass of champagne, sir?" the staff member asked. Champagne? At check-in? This was already beyond my expectations. I nodded, and within seconds, a chilled flute of Moet and Chandon appeared in my hand. Security was a breeze. No removing shoes, no long lines. Then came the highlight, the Aurora Skies First Class Lounge. I had heard of luxury lounges before, but nothing prepared me for what I was about to experience. The lounge had a spa, a private cinema, a gourmet restaurant with Michelin star chefs, and even a sleeping suite for guests with long layovers. A personal butler escorted me to my reserved seating area, where a leather recliner with a built-in massage function awaited. "Mr. Carter, we have prepared a pre-flight experience for you," the butler said. "Would you prefer a relaxing massage or a whiskey-tasting session?" A massage? Whiskey? Was I still at the airport? Feeling adventurous, I went for the whiskey tasting. A sommelier presented a selection of rare, aged whiskeys, each one smoother than the last. By the time my flight was ready for boarding, I already felt like royalty. Then came the moment I had been waiting for, boarding the world's best business class. As I walked onto the aircraft, I was greeted by a crew dressed in tailor-made uniforms designed by an Italian fashion house. They smiled warmly, their professionalism effortless. "Welcome aboard, Mr. Carter," one of them said. "Allow us to show you to your suite." Suite? I had expected a fancy seat, but not an entire private suite. My seat, if you could even call it that, was a fully enclosed space with a door, a massive 32-inch entertainment screen, a personal minibar, and a lie-flat bed draped in Egyptian cotton sheets. It looked more like a luxury hotel room than an airplane seat. The flight attendant handed me a leather-bound menu filled with dishes designed by top-tier chefs. Lobster thermidor? Wagyu beef? Handmade truffle pasta? I had never eaten such food at a restaurant, let alone on a plane. And the drinks? A selection of rare wines and signature cocktails, each served in crystal glassware. I decided to start with a caviar and champagne pairing, just to see what all the hype was about. As soon as I took my first bite, I realized why rich people loved this lifestyle. It was indulgence at its finest. Halfway through the flight, the crew asked if I would like to experience the Sky Lounge, a business-class social area with a cocktail bar, live jazz music, and even a private cigar lounge for those who indulged. I made my way there, half expecting it to be just a small seating area, but I was wrong. It was a floating speakeasy at 40,000 feet, complete with plush armchairs, golden chandeliers, and a bartender who could make any drink imaginable. "Would you like a signature cocktail?" the bartender asked. I nodded, and within moments he presented me with Aurora Sky's signature drink, the Northern Lights, a glowing, color-changing cocktail made with edible gold flakes. Sipping my drink, I glanced around. Millionaires, entrepreneurs, and celebrities surrounded me, casually chatting as if this was just another evening for them. Then, an unexpected announcement came over the intercom. "Ladies and gentlemen, as part of our special Aurora Skies experience, we invite you to enjoy a live violin performance by a world-renowned musician." I couldn't believe it. Fine dining, cocktails, live music, all inside an airplane? By the time I returned to my suite, I felt like I had been in a dream. I reclined my seat into a fully flat bed, wrapped myself in the softest blanket I had ever touched, and drifted into a peaceful sleep, thinking. As the aircraft began its descent into Dubai, I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. I had just experienced the best business class in the world, something I had never imagined. A gourmet breakfast in bed service was offered before landing. Freshly brewed Italian espresso, French pastries, and a selection of exotic fruits were delivered right to my suite. As we touched down in Dubai, the magic of Aurora Skies Airways wasn't over yet. A private chauffeur in a Rolls-Royce awaited me at the airport, ready to escort me to my hotel. "Mr. Carter, did you enjoy your flight?" the chauffeur asked as he held the door open. I smiled. More than I ever thought possible. But as I checked into my regular non-luxury hotel and flopped onto an ordinary bed, reality hit me. I was back to economy class life, where there were no golden tickets, no sky lounges, and no caviar tastings. And yet, I had a story to tell for a lifetime. Would I ever get to experience such luxury again? Who knows? But one thing was certain. I had flown business class on the world's best airline, and it was an adventure I would never forget.